the topic for today: Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. So, my background here, I was really supportive of Elizabeth Warren's, shot at the presidency a year back, maybe even a couple of years back, when the Occupy movement was really at its peak. Elizabeth Warren seemed someone who was a straight shooter, which was lacking in Congress or the Senate, for that matter, in politics in general. And for one, really found it really refreshing. She took on the big banks. She went after the powerful, corporate America. So I was really, really hooked, and I wanted her to run. And I thought she'd have a better shot at defeating Hillary Clinton until I knew who Bernie Sanders was. So now, since the train is past the station, when I look at it, I feel dumb. Not dumb is a harsh word, but I feel kind of like, why didn't I know who Bernie Sanders was? Like many of his really hardcore supporters. So what beef do I have with Elizabeth Warren at the moment? Well, she for one met with the vice president, Joe Biden. Is it wrong? Absolutely not. The vice president can meet anybody he or she wants, and he met Elizabeth Warren. Not a big deal. She didn't want to disclose what the meeting was, or what was the topic of the meeting in detail after that set event. And was that wrong? Absolutely not. Why should she, make everything public? It was a meeting, it was a political meeting. Yeah, big deal. This was kind of 3 weeks, 2 weeks, before. And what do I feel? Why am I pissed about her for meeting the vice president? No, absolutely not. She refused to endorse Bernie Sanders, meaning explicitly, I wanted her to endorse Bernie Sanders in the most open fashion possible, but she didn't, till now. I'm not one of those people who get pissed about that, but I really had hope that she was not this calculating person. This power grabbing, power play, players. I thought she wasn't one of those people. And if Elizabeth Warren was running and Bernie wasn't, I can bet you my life that he would have endorsed Elizabeth Warren. So if you are for the progressive ideas and the progressive movement, and you refuse to support someone like Bernie Sanders, that is, quote unquote, in an open manner, so that people who are on the fence about Bernie Sanders, who are leaning towards somebody else like Joe Biden or even Hillary Clinton, for the said fact that they'd have the first female president, or their love affair for Bill Clinton. So, yeah, I don't like the fact that she's calculating, man. It seems to me repulsive. She might be a very good person, and she probably is. And she's a champion for the progressive ideas. I agree. I would have loved if she ran for the presidency. Yes, it would have been awesome if she was the president. She is the president. I'd take that. But this kind of calculating moves, which just, it just slaps you in the face when you start supporting someone. This is kind of a slap in your face, and that I really wanted to say that and share that. I don't know if people are really talking about this way, but that's what I feel. It's my personal take on things. Oh, I don't know why she's not. Some have speculated that she might be the vice presidential candidate for Joe Biden if he runs. So that would be disastrous. One, I'm saying for the progressive movement and Bernie supporters. And Bernie's chances, definitely. because there's a lot of people who like Elizabeth Warren and would love to be, you know, behind that ticket. Nobody's got anything against the vice president. He's got a pretty high favorability rating when you compare him to Hillary Clinton, who's just going down and down and down in the polls. So a viable establishment slash, you know, a progressive candidate in a vice president of, you know, Elizabeth Warren, you have a ticket that is worth supporting, and Bernie never becomes irrelevant. That's the whole point. You can never underestimate Bernie Sanders, but still, it makes it a little bit more harder for Bernie Sanders to really, you know, egg on and create an upset like how Barack Obama did. Bernie has a great shot, but I really have this kind of feeling, why isn't Elizabeth Warren really standing up for Bernie Sanders? She might. I might be wrong. She might. But the delay that it has happened till this point is really one of those things that it really bothered me, because that seemed calculating, and I really didn't associate calculations and these kind of thought out moves. Yeah, she's a smart lady, but I never thought it would come down to something like this. And hope she endorses Bernie Sanders. I really like to take my words back, but as far as things stand, this is what I feel, and I'm sharing that with you. So if you like the video, you know, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to all the Bernie Maniacs. Take care.